Views and opinions expressed are not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast.
Well, hey there, and welcome to this week's edition of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast. I'm John Engelman. I appreciate you being here. Today, we are talking with Mark Smith and Dan Clous of Natural State Beer Company. But before we get to them, we kick it off with something pretty damn cool. The Hive at 21C in Bentonville was featured in Garden and Gun's roundup of 6 hotel restaurants worth the reservation. The focus on the article circles around the Hive's use of local ingredients. Go to the Hive social media to get the link to the Garden and Gun article. Speaking of the Hive, they will be hosting their No Kid Hungry Fundraising dinner on March the 7th. There will be 3 visiting chefs and 3 local Bentonville chefs as a part of it. They include the Hive's Micah Klasky, Rafael Rios from Yayo's, and Arturo Solis from Onyx at the Preserve. It'll be a 4-course dinner with each chef preparing their own course. This, of course, always sells out and will sell out, so get your tickets now. You can either go to the Hive's social media for the ticket link, or you can go to the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas bio on Instagram. We have a link there as well. Zelli Pasta has moved. Well, they actually still have their old place, but now 100% of it is a pasta production facility. So they've moved their storefront to 111 South Main Street in downtown Springdale. They are next door to the Springdale Pool Lounge. Zelli co-owner Mitchell Owen tells us what's different about this spot.
It's pretty much the same as it was in the other location, except for we've added dining. And that's the big difference. We've got seating inside. We also have an upstairs patio that we're going to put some tables and chairs up there. It's not ready yet, but it will be in the future when the weather gets better. We're going to do the same sandwiches that we've been doing, but we're also going to be adding pasta and salads eventually to the menu, which we're really excited about.
Monday night was a popular Fort Smith food truck putting down roots in Northwest Arkansas as Desi Fusion had their grand opening in Springdale at the same shopping strip as Kraken Killer Seafood and Silk Road. Now, they're not your normal Indian food establishment, according to owner Lucky Sadthra.
We gathered 2 cuisines together, Indian and Mediterranean cuisine. I haven't seen those cuisines around here in Northwest Arkansas, or neither in Fort Smith. So my brother used to work in Australia with those 2 cuisines. So we tried to bring that 2 concept at one place. And I think people loved it in Fort Smith. We try to bring authentic taste. Everything is made fresh here.
NYC Express Deli is now officially open on the southeast corner of Hudson and Dixieland in Rogers. It's in the White Hawk Center. Now, if you're not familiar with them or their Springdale location, they're known for their chopped cheese, their Philly cheesesteaks, lamb and rice, which I had the other day, falafel and rice, and gyros, among other things. Now, they also have breakfast and lunch sandwiches. They're open 8 a.m. to midnight. There was a drop-in last night at the future home of the AQ Chicken House in downtown Springdale. Owners Tom and Robin Lundstrom hosted a building blessing, and people got to write their name, a blessing, or favorite Bible verse to be sealed into the wall. They also had a video station where folks could leave their favorite AQ Chicken House memory. Look for it to open sometime around May. Our girl Mallory Files at Ozark Charcuterie Wine Bar in Fayetteville posted Monday that they are hopeful that their Rogers Cheese and Wine Shop will be open around April 17th-ish. Pencil it in because she said not to hold her to it just yet. You know us, we love a good food competition, and we have 2 chili cook-offs coming up. First, it is the 24th annual Brewski's Chili Cook-Off, happening February 22nd at 2 p.m. at Brewski's in Fayetteville, of course. It is $20 to enter, $5 to try all the chili. The following weekend, Natural State Beer is having a chili cook-off. We will tell you more about that one in the next segment. Hey, for those of you missing Renzo's Steakhouse, you can get it again. Founder and chef Robert Lee is cooking for private parties now. You can find more information at the Renzo's Italian Facebook page. Anniversary time for a couple of 2-year-olds, and they're certainly not terrible 2s. We kick it off with Bella's Table. They had a heartfelt post last week thanking the community for making the prior 2 years possible and said they were going to share thank you cards on Friday with a little something extra in them for their guests. No word on what that was. The other 2-year-old is Dodo's Coffee, and they'll have a new home soon. They are currently serving out of their coffee trailer, but their building should be done soon. They've put in some windows and look to be establishing the plumbing lines. It's on West Weddington in Fayetteville, just north of Cross Church. They're aiming for a late spring, early summer opening. In this week's Flavors Flashback, we had to go back to our interview with Mitchell Owen from Zelli Pasta. He talked about early ambitions he and his wife Angie had of becoming cottage pasta makers. Did you start out of your house?
Yes.
Did you do it kind of cottage and then farmers markets and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a distinct moment where we were making a lot of pasta, and it was during the stressful time of COVID.
Sure.
And I remember looking at Angie one day, and I said, I really just want to make pasta all day long. And she said, let's do it.
Wow.
And so then I looked, just ordered a machine, or talked to a pasta company and ordered a machine, brought it into the house, and
Wow.
there it sat on our counter for a long time.
Wow.
And the idea was that we were going to be a cottage business and just do farmers markets. And we got the machine in, we started producing pasta, we started attempting to dry it in our house. And as we're looking at the dried pasta, we're just seeing dog hair everywhere because we have a lab and a golden retriever, and there's just hair everywhere.
Oh, no.
And, so that wasn't a good idea.
No. People opening up their packages and, that's a nice looking hair. Yeah, no. Mark Smith and Dan Clous met in a home brewing club here in Northwest Arkansas. Their love for a unique, certain style of brewing eventually led them to getting into business with each other. They talk about how they found their peaceful and serene spot to build their brewery. Once you're there, you certainly don't feel like you're a quarter mile from I-49. Soon after opening, they had to survive COVID. You'll hear how they did it, and they were able to do it because of that location. Also, Dan had to leave Northwest Arkansas for a few years, and you'll hear why. Oh, and that chili cook-off? Taproom manager Haley Arnell will give you the lowdown. And finally, the beers. We had a live-to-tape taste test, and I do not regret it. That's all next, right here on the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas. Looking for a liquor store that actually takes care of you? Well, then check out Macadoodles in Pineville and Guess Who in Bentonville, where customers always come first. From open to close, enjoy complimentary white and red wine samples at both locations. Curious about spirits? Well, they've got spirit tastings too. And when they make a new barrel buy, there will be an open bottle so you can try it. And if not, just ask. Within reason, they're happy to pop one open for you. At Macadoodles in Pineville, check out their exclusive private label wines and spirits. The price is good and the quality is better. Buying a 12-pack of beer? Well, you'll get a free 3-ounce bag of ice because details matter. They'll also help with big carry-out orders. And if it's raining, not to worry at all. Umbrellas are waiting up front. Macadoodles in Pineville and Guess Who in Bentonville. Taste before you buy and feel taken care of every time.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Welcome back. We are at Natural State Beer Company here in Rogers, and we are with Mark Smith and Clous. Guys, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks, John.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love this place. It's so picturesque, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I want to talk to you guys, get into the backgrounds a little bit, but I want to get into the beer backgrounds.
Okay.
How did you guys meet, for starters?
Okay, yeah. Dan, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think you were well advanced in your beer home brewing career, if you will.
Yeah.
I picked it up as a hobby when I had some time off from work. And took a liking to it. I love the art and the science of it, and so joined the local brew club, Ozark Zimmergists, plug to them, and met Mark, Kat, and I started looking at what everybody else was brewing, and it seemed like everybody was focused on IPAs, Belgians, wits, stuff like that.
Sure.
And I'd like to be a little bit swimming upstream. So I started doing lagers, which is probably the hardest place to start in the craft beer world. And Mark and Kat were very complimentary of what I was bringing to the club, and we just started chit-chatting about that, and that's kind of how that's my story. I don't know how you see it.
No, we certainly met at an Oz homebrew club meeting.
Okay.
And we gravitated toward each other because we're basically brewing lagers, and there really wasn't many other people in that club brewing lagers at all.
Gotcha.
So that was kind of the friendship started, and his beers were good. I think my beers were good. I don't know. Maybe they turned out all right. And and then we became president and vice president at some point in the club.
Yeah, it was kind of like everybody lined up and everybody else stepped back,
and
Mark and I were standing.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ouch!
It wasn't that bad, but
no.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big group. I mean, I've heard about the group a lot. That's a huge group.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty small when it first started, and now it's gotten very, very large.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, so how did you guys? Now, I understand how you started brewing. How did you start brewing? What got you into that?
Well, quite a few years ago.
Home brewing, I should say.
Home brewing, yes.
Yeah.
Quite a few years ago in Northwest Arkansas, it was a dry county. Believe it or not.
You got to make your own.
And it was really hard to find craft beer.
Yeah.
There was only a handful of craft beer that you could get in the area.
Yeah.
My brother, he lives in California, kind of the mecca of craft beer back in the
Sure.
early 2000s. And he sent me a beer that he had brewed. And I'm like, it was a brown ale. And I tried it, and I was like, wow, this is really tasty. I'm like, well, he can do it. I can do it better.
Here we go.
Little sibling rivalry. We're great friends. But yeah, that was one of those things. Like, so I talked to my wife, and I said, hey, I think for my birthday, which is in January, I'd like to get a homebrew kit. And we went down to the local homebrew kit store in Fayetteville.
Fayetteville,
at
yeah.
the time, the home brewery, I think is what it's called. And got the whole kit and all the pots and the glass carboys and got that all going and just started on kits.
Yeah.
And the first beer I made was god awful.
Well, but before we get into that, I got to ask what the significant others thought of you guys getting into home brewing.
Well, my second wife, who we met after I had started home brewing, I actually asked her to marry me while we were brewing.
Okay, all right.
So she's very, very affectionate towards it. She loves it.
I guess, right?
Yeah. So she has no problem with it at all. She loves the beer.
That's great. Thank God you said my second wife and didn't follow it with who I have yet to meet, because that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Dan, how about you?
My first wife.
Okay, all right.
So we both came from religious backgrounds, so teetotalers, and so if we were out to drink, it was kind of under the we kept it quiet.
Sure.
Didn't really brag about it, but I have this affinity for I'm German, so an affinity for the German lagers, and so she wasn't necessarily gung ho because she didn't like to keep secrets, but at the end of the day, she put up with my shenanigans and allowed me the space in the basement, and we that's how I kicked it off. So
okay, all right, perfect. So as you were alluding to, Mark, you got into the first batch was awful. What was the first batch, the both of you, that you're finally like, it's kind of like that one good golf ball that you think you're like a PGA player would love that shot?
Gotcha.
What was that first beer that a regular brewer, not a regular, but a professional brewer would have loved?
It was I got a kit from morebeer.com, and it was an IPA.
Okay.
And it was called, it was a red IPA called Fire in the Hold. That's the name they gave it.
Okay.
And I brewed that to their specifications, and it turned out great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And it was a beer that I actually took to, and this was several months after I had started. I took it to the homebrew club in Fayetteville called Flops, which is Fayetteville Lovers of Pure Suds.
Okay.
This was way back in the day.
That's cool.
And took it there, and everybody there loved it. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I've got this thing figured out. There's still bad batches after it, but still, that was like the first one.
Of course. But that's the confidence builder right
Oh,
there.
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Dan, how about you?
Mine was a Three Floyds knockoff of Zombie Dust. It was it's a very cloudy IPA.
Okay.
But I was encouraged because I think, first of all, you can bury a lot of sins in hops, and as a home brewer, as a professional brewer, you can do that too. Yes. Maybe why there's so many IPAs out there, but
Could be.
at the end of the day,
That's funny.
I felt I got encouragement from people who were drinking it. My family loved it, and so that's what got me encouraged enough to continue to pursue it.
I'm real curious about the idea of taking that and getting it here. You guys talked about making a brewery, starting a brewery. How did that go?
Wow. I mean, for me personally, I had approached the concept probably about 3 times before Dan and I met.
Okay.
And
you were itching.
Yeah, I was itching. I think that's kind of every homebrewer's dream is to open up a brewery. And
Go to the pros.
Yeah. So you talk to 100% of them, 100% are going to say, yeah, I want to open up a brewery someday.
That's great, yeah.
And so there's a lot of passion there.
Yeah.
And the first couple of times it just wasn't in the cards. I had small children, didn't have any money.
Sure.
All those things that block you from doing it. So, but it wasn't until Dan and I met that the stars aligned, so to speak.
Interesting. Dan?
Yeah, I think similar path, but just protecting that nest egg that you work so hard in your youth to build.
You bet.
And just, I was so fastidious about that 401k, but there was just an opportunity when some money came into the bank account. The stars aligned with me and Mark, and we had the same vision, the same dream, and I'm a data guy from CPG.
Okay.
I kind of understood that 70+% of what the beer is that America's drinking is all lagers, but nobody was pursuing that heavily in the craft market. And so sitting down with Mark, just if we could curate an experience around craft lagers that differentiates us from all of the other breweries. Not to bash them for what they were doing. Everybody's doing a great job out there, but we wanted to do something different, and I think I said swim upstream. So
Sure.
that's kind of inherent in me. I'm a little bit of a maverick on that.
So it really kind of struck a chord with you both.
Absolutely.
On that,
Yeah,
as far as differentiation and building out that way. Speaking of building out, talk about building out and finding this spot. Was it always going to be Rogers, or because? And let me not put the cart before the horse. For people that have not been here, it's a gorgeous view. You're right by the water. It's a beautiful setup. How did you find this? Was this the first spot? Did you know this? I know you're trying to answer, and I keep cutting you off.
The brew with the view.
I know.
Well, first of all, it's quite possibly the best place to have a beer. Period.
I don't doubt it.
It is. It's gorgeous here. It really is. And we lucked into this spot somewhat because we didn't start here.
Okay.
I'm a structural engineer by trade, so I know a lot of developers and architects. And a developer buddy of mine, Dusty Graham, talked with him a little bit. And he said, "I don't want anything to do with the brewery, but I do want to find you a building." So we originally looked in downtown Springdale on Emma Street specifically. And there was a couple places down there that were very, very interesting. This was 2018 when we really started looking. And there was
They could use one now.
There's a lot of construction down there.
yeah.
So we were like, gosh, that's just going to kill our business.
Yeah.
And so I talked to Dusty, and Dusty's like, okay, well, let me think on that a little bit, and we'll come back around. And he said, well, let's meet at the old Village on the Creek's fitness center. That's the building sitting behind us.
Okay.
And I said, I told Dan, I said, we can go meet over there, but I really don't want the brewery in that building. It's not really what we want to be about.
Of course, yeah.
So we meet him in front of the building, and he goes, let's walk around the back. We walked around the back, and I knew of this plot of land. It's a little over an acre and a half.
Okay.
And because we had actually watched fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how about that?
Yeah, the summer before, the three crosses over there. So I knew about this location, but I, didn't really put two and two together.
Right.
And so we get there, and I'm like, Dusty, what are we doing here? There's nothing here. And he goes, not yet there isn't.
Exactly.
I said, oh. So we both looked at each other and just looked over the water, and we're like, oh my goodness, this could be epic.
What was going to be the swimming pool for the old YMCA or whatever is now a watering hole.
Yes.
There you go.
People swim differently here.
There you go. Well, you guys get to build out your own spot, too.
Yes.
You get to fabricate it however you want.
Yes.
That's kind of unique.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And my engineering background helped with a lot of that, too.
I'm sure.
100%.
Yeah, so we were able to, get a lot of equipment in a very tight space.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of curate things the way we wanted it to be, like just set everything up, and the colors and the views and the materials that are surrounding us. That's all stuff that we had a choice in picking out, and
That's great.
And the architect has certainly helped us as well.
That's great. That is, not everybody has that luxury.
No, we were very, very blessed.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, working your way towards the grand opening and getting this place built out while maintaining jobs, not easy. Tell me about that.
No, it wasn't easy.
I made it more difficult.
I'll let Dan talk about how he made it easier on me.
I finally got a job, but I got relocated up to Chicago. So
Yeah.
So for the first
Right as I took a sip.
Yeah. So I was able to be down here for building the plans on paperwork. But I even had to drive down here for the first shovel.
The groundbreaking. Yeah.
Oh no.
But I was up there for about 2 years of the existence of the brewery here, and so very, very grateful for Walmart bringing me back, and then the ability to just be back here and enjoy.
That's great. And when you get the opportunity, I guess you jumped at it.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for sure. It was a challenge. But we had a brewer by the name of Will. I can't remember.
Sonneman.
Will Sonneman. Yeah, he came from the East Coast. Fairwinds Brewing, and he came on. We actually brought him on. Gosh, I think it was the fall of 2018, and we didn't open until the fall of 2019. So we brought him on, and he helped build out the brewery for us. He was a huge help on the brewing side. Dan and I had to deal with all the permitting and all that other paperwork that you've got to deal with, and all the red tape and hoops and all that stuff, and it's a lot. There's no doubt about it. And we certainly learned a lot in the process.
Sure.
Learned how not to do it and how to do it.
Yeah.
And but we were fortunate, that everything kind of, there was a schedule, and we kind of stuck to it, and
That's so hard.
It is so hard. Yeah, it's a daily commitment is what it is.
This is 2019?
2019, they started construction on the building in the spring of 2019.
Okay.
And it was done and moved in the end of August.
Okay.
So it was a pretty quick build.
That's a good turnaround.
Yeah, very quick build. And we needed it bad. We needed it bad because we were hemorrhaging money.
We were behind schedule. We were supposed to open in April.
Yep.
Well, and we didn't talk about this beforehand, but it just hit me in the head right here. You got COVID to contend with, by the way.
Oh yeah. That's a whole story in itself, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Minor details.
Just minor details. Yeah.
Minor details.
Yeah. So we opened in 2019, late 2019, the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And great fanfare. Had a great opening day. A lot of people showed up.
Yeah.
It was well received.
It was frigid.
It was cold. It was cold. Pretty cold winter throughout, and we get through December, we get through January, which is notoriously the worst month of the year.
Vortex. We had the vortex that year, I thought.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Whatever name they want to make up for the next storm. Yeah. I mean, right. Polar plunge or whatever. But yeah, so we get through all that, and we get to February, and March happens, and the weather starts warming up.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we've gotten through the tough period of time. Now the money's going to start rolling in, Be all good. And I think it was on St. Patrick's Day.
Yep,
They
mid-March.
announced that day that we were going to go to no tap rooms at all. So I pulled up my laptop that minute and started ordering cans because that was the only way we could sell beer.
Yeah.
And thank goodness we got kind of ahead of the curve on that because a lot of people are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And trying to get those shipments of cans in because we didn't really focus on any kind of distribution when we first opened up.
Sure, of course.
No. We had can sales, but they were just in
Door to door.
Well, door to door during COVID, yes. Yeah. But before then, it was just enough to stock a cooler so people could take it home.
Sure.
That was it.
Right.
And then of course COVID happened, shut us down, and we were scrambling trying to figure out what to do. We put everything in cans, and at the time we were dealing with. And we're trying to figure out a name for this. I think we're calling a light lager, or whatever the German version of light beer is, like a leached beer or something like that. And it just wasn't selling. It doesn't doesn't flow off the tongue.
Sure.
And during COVID, there's this huge increase in bike sales. People want to go out, be outside and do things outside.
Of course.
And what we were seeing on the weekends was people were coming in, grabbing at the time four packs of 16-ounce cans, and they would go off the property because they had to, and then they would drink the beer around the lake.
It's great.
And so it got to the point where it was so prevalent that we had to put a 55-gallon trash can outside for all the recycled cans. Right. So we came up with the idea of like, well, these people that are on the Greenway are keeping our business open.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
And the Greenway is a light lager, 3.6% alcohol, low carbs, 99 calories. So why not name it the Greenway after the folks that kept us open?
Excellent.
Yeah.
And as it shall always be.
Exactly.
The Greenway.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Caveat, funny note, March was the shutdown. April 1st, I love April Fools, and I was in charge of marketing at that time.
Oh, no.
And we did advertise that we were willing to deliver direct to homes. So we had Brantley at the time. He was driving around in the slush and knocking on doors and delivering the beer. But I mocked up a Photoshop of a drone delivery of Greenway beer, I think it was at the time. And I said, as of today, we will start doing drone deliveries. And we got so many emails, people saying,
"Oh no,
please send me, please send me." So I think there were probably 20 emails saying, "We're ready for it. Let's go for it."
Oh no!
Like we had to kind of backtrack from that one.
Yeah, just a few years before Walmart started drone delivery, and yeah.
All of a sudden, you get a call from USA Today. Hey, really?
Right.
Congratulations! That's awesome. Tell us about it.
FCC calling us too.
ABC, FCC,
All of them.
All the letters.
All of them. All the letters. So, biggest learning curve along the way. Obviously, you learned a lot with COVID. You learned a lot opening up. But between then and now, what's been probably the biggest learning curve for you all?
I know for me personally,
Yeah.
I manage a lot of professional engineers at the engineering company.
Okay.
And their motivation is pretty easy. They've been studying for this, this degree, and they finally break out of being in school for 4 or 5 years, post degrees, and they just go to town. This is what they've been studying to do, and they want to do.
Sure.
Here, it was not quite like that. So to learn how to manage a restaurant, bar staff, was very difficult for me.
It's way different. Yeah.
Personally, it was, and I made a lot of mistakes, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And Dan cleaned some of those up. I don't know.
I'm not going there. Just not going there.
But no, it was tough. It was tough to manage a different type of worker. Motivations are different,
Sure.
And a lot of them were a lot younger than the people I was normally used to dealing with too. So there was a disconnect generationally as well.
Yeah.
And it took some time to get over that.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
I get that for sure.
The people behind the counter make the difference. And I think our DNA, we created a document we called our DNA. And it was what we wanted to stay true to, regardless of any of the changes, socioeconomically, whatever.
Sure.
And our vision was to have a family here of employees that stayed true. And I think we aspired to that because we saw that at some of the better breweries here locally as well as abroad.
Sure.
And unfortunately, it's just COVID, right? So that threw a wrench in things. It really messed up a few opportunities we had with some really great employees.
Yeah.
And And then from there on, it just, I think we're starting to find that sweet spot. But the world's changed too in
Absolutely.
the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're still navigating those waters. But I state emphatically, and I've said it before, we've got the greatest team here. So
Listen, in all businesses, especially the service business, the hardest thing is acquiring and keeping happy.
Yeah.
A good, strong staff everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You just see it constantly. So you guys are going, you're growing. All of a sudden, an award. Tell me about the Great American Beer Festival.
Oh, that was pretty surreal. So we had Will Sonneman as the head brewer. My son Ryan Smith, my oldest son, was an assistant brewer at the time, and we were just trying to keep the tap lines full, And we decided to brew a Maibach, which is kind of I won't say unrecognized style. It's an under-brewed style, in my opinion, which is, it's kind of like a Helles, but stronger.
Okay.
Okay, it's the best way to kind of put into it. So it's about more like 7.5%, whereas a Helles is 5.
Okay.
And so we brewed that. We sent that beer off along with as many beers as we possibly could. I think there was 6 entries.
Okay.
And shipped them off. It was expensive, and I said, "Well, guys, we're shipping this beer off. Let's just go ahead and go to the Great American Beer Festival at the time." And this was in
Minneapolis.
Denver.
oh yeah,
Denver.
Sorry.
Denver. No worries. And I think they were doing something else at the same time because it was the first one since COVID, because I think they canceled 2020, as I recall.
Oh, I got you. This is 21.
This is 21.
Yeah.
And it was in. I'm trying to remember if it was it in October, September, or was it in April?
I couldn't remember that it wasn't in Minneapolis. So you're asking me.
No, I think it was the fall. And so we go there, and there's a bunch of seminars. It's a trade show, a lot of good stuff to look at. It's amazing. I'd been to the Great American Beer Festival a handful of times before.
Sure.
My brother was in the industry in California, so I went with him and poured beers for his group, and it was great. So I knew it was a fun time, and I wanted to share that experience with our brewers at
Absolutely.
the time. So we went out there doing the seminars and everything, and then came awards night. And we're excited about the first category. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we didn't win an award for that category. All right, well, that's okay. We still have 5 more.
Yeah.
So we go through 2, 3, 4, 5. And I said, well, guys, it was, this is still a great experience.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we still have 1 beer left. I said, I know, but I think we were
What are
getting
the
a little bit overly optimistic that
Sure.
we had a beer enough to win an award on a national stage, and it was the Bach category. So the bronze is announced first, and okay, we didn't win that. Silver, okay, we didn't win that, and then they said gold, and they said our name. It's like, well, guys, what? It was like, wow,
Record scratch.
Yeah, I was like. And Will goes, well, if we win, I'm not going to go up there. I don't. He was being, being like that. So I said, well, Ryan, let's go up there. So we went up there, and I was halfway up there. I feel Will pat me on the back and jump on my back, and we all went up there. And
Awesome. He didn't pass you up?
No.
All right, good.
No.
Trip him.
Yeah. Yeah, push me to the side. Yeah.
Big old elbow on the side there.
But it's just a real experience to win an award at the national stage, and we'd only been brewing for 2 years, less than 2 years, and so it was really, really awesome. And we went to a local lager house called Bierstadt Lager House in Denver and celebrated afterwards. Of course, we took turns wearing the medal, and everybody's like, "Oh,
That's great.
Good job, guys!"
That's great.
Everybody recognizes it. It was a great experience.
Wow, that is awesome. Are you still entering every year?
We haven't entered in the last years. We just haven't done it.
Yeah.
We went out on top.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
not a bad way to go, right?
There you go.
Not a bad way
I was going
to
to say it
go.
was really expensive, but I like his idea.
Yes.
No one to stop.
That's the way to do it. Yep. Well, before we jump out to break, chili cook-off. I mean, everyone that listens and watches this program, they know that we're really big with food competitions and talking about food competitions. We've done chili cook-offs before. We were at Soup Sunday this past weekend, and I know you guys at the end of the month have a chili cook-off coming along. And joining us now, gentlemen, please.
Haley Arnell,
the taproom manager. Now, I know it's not going to fit. Don't worry, it doesn't adjust either. We're talking about the headphones here. No, you're fine. Hi, how are you? Perhaps I should put some audio up there. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
There she is. All right. So, the chili cook-off at the end of the month. Please tell me about it.
Yeah. So on February 28th, we're going to have a chili cook-off. We're going to have up to 15 contestants with various different types of chili.
Yeah.
There's going to be some that are beef-based, pork-based. I have not put any limitation on the type of
Good.
chili. Bring whatever you can bring.
Yeah.
Make it the best.
Good.
And we're going to see who's going to win.
Okay. What are the prizes?
So we are working on the prizes
Okay.
right now.
All right.
The crowd favorite is a little bit of a secret prize.
You need a championship
We
belt.
do.
I mean,
There might be a championship apron.
okay. All right.
Who are the judges?
We have a crowd favorite, and then we're going to do a staff favorite, and then there's a couple little side competitions that we're going to do. We're going to do most creative, most spicy. Does anybody want to come in and be a guest judge?
Oh, you're looking at me. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, please
Whatever.
do, yeah.
All right. I thought you were like putting the call
Hey,
out
if you want to
for the
come join,
podcast.
please do. There's going to be tons of chili. It's going to be a really good time. We probably will add a few pop-up vendors as
Okay.
well, just some local
All right.
businesses that want to come in and
Great.
Contribute to the event.
Awesome.
Haley's
Sounds
been
great.
fantastic about managing our events. So
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
100%. Yeah, and it's a ticketed event, right?
Yes, yeah. So we're selling $10 tickets.
Okay.
It comes with a 0.3 liter beer, which is about 10 ounces
Okay.
of our delicious German-style lagers, and there is a little side competition of whoever in the chili competition makes it with one of our natural state beers gets a little extra.
Oh,
prize.
that's cool.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay. Now I have a really serious. You're not going anywhere.
I'm not
Stay
going
right here.
anywhere.
Just for this question at least. I have a very serious chili question for all three of you.
Okay.
Do beans belong in chili?
Absolutely.
know where you're going.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Beans belong in chili.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
However, like I said, there's no limitations on the competition.
True.
Make whatever chili you think is best.
True.
We're going to see who makes the best.
True.
So I make pozole, which is a Mexican.
Oh, don't tell me
yeah.
that. That's my
Right.
favorite soup.
No beans whatsoever.
Is that considered
Okay.
a chili, though?
Beef stew, pork stew.
So
Stew.
there was a
I
recipe.
mean, if you call it a chili and bring it up here, we can put it in the competition.
I can make it
True.
spicy
I don't know
enough.
if you
I
can
think
win, though. Can you win?
I heard that there's no limitations according to Haley.
That's true.
It's going to make you eat your words with beans too.
I see that. That's fine. If I have more to eat, I'm good to go.
That's great. That's great. So the 28th from what time?
12 to 3.
12 to 3 in the afternoon. And 28th is a Saturday?
It's a Saturday.
Okay, good, great. Thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
it. I had
And,
a,
hey, if you want to come join us for any of our other events, we have a lot of things coming up.
Excellent.
We've got a Fat Tuesday party coming up on the 17th of February, and then a St. Patrick's Day party coming up on March
is this all
17th.
listed? Social media,
It is,
website?
yes, it's on our website and our social media.
Oh my gosh, she's got it covered like end to end, set up right there, all the
Hey,
way
it's
through.
fun. I enjoy it.
I've got a recipe that I use. It's from the 2006 or 7 winner for the Terlingua chili cook-off down in West Texas. It's basically ghost town, West Texas, but it's really good. And I was telling one of the chefs that I've interviewed before about it, and he says, "Are there beans in there?" I said, "No, it's all the spices and everything." Listened through the whole bit. He's like, "So you're basically making beef water?"
Yes.
It's like, "No, there's no beans, so you're making beef water." So I'll have to bring it in sometimes. Like,
You
I don't want your
should,
beef water.
You should.
Yeah.
You should bring it. Hey, you have an opportunity.
That's it. That's it. Thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
You guys have
Thanks,
fun.
Hale.
You guys ready to talk beer?
Yeah, let's do it.
We got that. We got the Mike Engelman Home Pro Tip of the Week, and that is coming up next right here on the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas.
Let me show you something.
Connect with us at Flavors of Northwest Arkansas on Facebook and Instagram, or by email at flavorsofnwa@gmail.com.
Alrighty, welcome back. It's time for the Mike Engelman Home Pro Tip of the Week, and for that, we're going to Mark. Sir, your tip.
Absolutely. I'm going to go back to my homebrew days.
Oh, here we go.
And one of the things that influences beer flavor more than anything else is fermentation temperature.
Okay.
So if you make sure if you do get into home brewing, especially lagers, you have a way to control fermentation temperature.
Interesting. So now, how did you do that?
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
a good question. So I used a refrigerator.
Okay.
And I took out all the shelves and everything.
Yeah.
And I had a little stainless steel conical fermenter that I got, a little 14-gallon. And when I wanted it to get cooler, we had a little Ranco controller that would just simply, set the temperature, and of course the refrigerator would come on. But during the wintertime, when it's in the garage, it gets a little cold.
Yeah.
So I hung a little light bulb in there.
Heat it up a little bit?
And heated it up enough to
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's a stainless steel conical, so it wasn't going to be light struck or anything of that nature.
Okay, true, yeah.
So, that's how I did a little fermentation box,
I
basically.
feel like I'm talking to like a competition barbecue guy who keeps it like on 250 for a certain amount of time and like just babies that thing the whole way through.
He's got the ribbons.
Yeah, I won a few homebrewed medals back in the day. It was fun.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
but-
Well, I'll tell you what, coming back, we will talk beer and get knee deep into it. Sound good?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right, we'll be right back.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you can save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. Just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
Around 15 people die every day waiting for an organ transplant. A new person is added to the list every 8 to 10 minutes in the United States. We're going the wrong way. That list is getting bigger. We talk about it every week. Over 105,000 people in the United States waiting for an organ transplant. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Get signed up. Organdonor.gov is the place to go. Get signed up there. It takes 5 minutes. On the Arkansas link, it's 5 minutes. On the Texas link, it's 5 minutes. You can also do it through the health app on your iPhone. Another quick way of doing it. A not so quick way, but the way I did it initially, and you guys know this, go to your local DMV. Here in Arkansas, it's the Department of Finance. Tell them when you get your license or you get your update that you, yes, are an organ donor. That's the way to do it. If you want it fast and you want it today, it's organdonor.gov. As always, thanks so much. And we are back. Mark, Dan, gentlemen, there's a lot of beer on the table.
I mean, it's just, just a few.
Just a few. We were talking earlier, all the different colors. It's kind of like a Christmas tree over here. It's great. I love it.
The Lovey Bond.
Yes.
Before we get into this, I want to kind of start at the top with you guys and your beer style. Very big head tilt to German brewing. Tell me about that. Or hat tip. Not head tilt, hat tip. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was part of our DNA
Yeah.
that Dan was talking about earlier.
Sure.
And talking about how so many of the beers that were being brewed at the time and even now and that are consumed in North America are lagers.
Yeah.
So we really dug into that. And one of the things that we found pretty early on is that you can have more than one lager.
Sure.
They're not as filling. They're lighter, more refreshing. Maybe is a word. But
Cleaner.
Yeah.
Clean. And so we just got into that and said, well, man, if we can sell 2 or 3 beers instead of 1 beer, and they're not too alcoholic,
Yeah.
then everybody's happy.
For sure.
I think
Absolutely.
there's more skill needed.
Well, there's
when you're
that too.
talking about German, lagers in totality. But
Well, there is. I think one of the reasons why a lot of craft breweries were shying away from lagers is there is an extended fermentation time. Usually twice as long.
2x.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't turn and burn as fast,
Right.
and that does cut into the bottom line. You have to be really patient with that, and that makes it really difficult when you're starting out to have all those beers on tap.
Yeah. Huh. Very interesting. 4 simple ingredients for you guys.
Reinheitsgebot. That's the German word for what we're talking about right now.
Yes.
Threw me off.
Remember dates? 15, 16, maybe?
I don't know.
It was only 3 ingredients back then. The German purity law, the Reinheitsgebot.
Okay.
So,
I was about to say, bless you.
yeah.
No, Reinheitsgebot, it's hard for me to say the second time, is really it's focused around the 3 ingredients, and
Okay.
then the 4th one kind of appeared magically.
Yes, it's the very first food. What am I?
Food law, yeah.
Food law, yeah.
Yeah.
To keep people from getting sick, basically.
Okay.
So, should we talk about the 3 ingredients?
Sure. Absolutely.
You got water.
Yep.
That's pretty obvious. And then you have malted grain, or barley, or some sort of grain.
Sure.
And then you have hops.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 ingredients. And I think it was in the 1700s when they figured out what was actually causing the beer to turn into alcohol. And it was the yeast. Before that, they called it, was God is good?
Magic.
Magic, yeah. I think it roughly translated into God is good because it made this sweet tasting wort into something that tastes great and you get a little buzz.
Which goes back to a statement we make as brewers is we don't make beer. We make wort. That's basically the byproduct of the hops, the barley and the water, or the grains in the water. It's the yeast that makes the beer.
Yep.
There you have it. There it is. I've got a question because I was looking through and doing research. You were talking earlier about IPA being having its point very popular. Mm-hmm. You guys do IPL. Tell me the difference here.
So India Pale Lager instead of ale.
Okay.
So the main difference between those two beer styles is the type of lager or type of yeast that's used in those beers.
Okay.
Lager yeast is a bottom fermenting, cold fermenting lager, where ale is top and warm. They taste fairly similar. If you take an IPA and put it next to an IPL, I think you'll find the IPL might be a little bit cleaner on the back end.
Okay.
Usually it's not as hazy.
Gotcha.
But there are West Coast examples of IPAs that are clean as well. But it's just really comes down to the yeast more than anything else. That changes the game.
What was the very first beer you guys brewed here?
The Schwartz beer.
Oh, there it is. Takes a sip. I'm looking. I think I got one here.
Yeah, you got one there as well in the flight. Right. Yeah, it was a Schwartz beer. We talked about, when you first start brewing, forgiving beer styles, and we thought that this Schwartz beer had enough specialty grains and other things in it just in case we might have, screwed something up with the first batch, because you never know. This first time you brew on a system that's brand new, you don't know what you're going to get.
For sure.
And right out of the gate, we had a beer that was drinkable and great. We certainly needed to make some improvements to it as we went along, and we did. But it was the very first beer we made because we thought we could sneak it in there and not have to dump it, basically.
That's great.
There was a lot of consternation on my part because I had a bad experience with a Schwartz beer, local one by
another place.
Another place.
I won't say it, but but when I finally got to taste it, it was overwhelmingly awesome. It's the first dark beer that drank like a light beer. And so we dubbed it the Eclipse at one point.
It's got that sweet finish. Mm-hmm. Really like that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, you could close your eyes and drink that and think you were drinking something very much lighter than you actually are. People see that and they think Guinness. Oh, I don't like Guinness. It's too dark.
Oh, yeah.
This is not anywhere near.
No, that's not. That's really good. That's really good. I'm going to come back to it because we're going to go through these.
Sure.
Maybe if I just turn it to the side here.
You can read it.
I know. Let's see here. Where do you guys want to go to now? You can go to the Hefeweizen?
You could go. Yeah, we go to the Hef.
All right.
That's the cloudy one here at the top.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is one of our only wheat beers.
Yeah, this is...
it's an ale.
It is an ale. It is. It is a German wheat beer.
All right.
Hefeweizen.
He's not spitting it out. That's
good. Not spitting it out.
I have to tell you, I'm not a Hefeweizen person, but I like that.
What do you taste when you taste that? Can you get the flavors?
I get the wheat. Let's go back for another.
Try not to lead him.
Yeah, I don't want to tell him what he should be tasting because then he'll immediately taste it.
It is amazing when you state what you should be tasting and then you go, oh yeah.
The power of suggestion. Think of a fruit, any fruit.
Gosh, I hope not grapefruit.
No.
But it is another yellow fruit.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I do. Now that you say that, yes, you led me, but thank you. Yeah.
There should be, normally with a Hefeweizen, there are strong flavors of banana and clove. And they battle each other somewhat in your mouth.
Some people go bubble gum.
Bubble gum is another one if it's really crazy.
I'm going to taste it again. I didn't taste bubble gum.
But the thing about a Hefeweizen, it all comes down to the yeast strain that's used, and we use a proprietary yeast strain from a national yeast company that's put together a certain blend, and we intentionally underpitch it to get the yeast to do what we want it to do.
Interesting.
So it goes back to
Art and science.
Art and science. It's temperature control. It is it's kind of wrangling the yeast to do what you want it to do.
Sure.
But essentially, it again is making the beer. We just make it.
Yeah.
For it. So
I get it.
But it's we've had a lot of different batches we've made of that, and
I keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt. I keep going back to it because I'm thinking every time I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it because it's really
you got to
good.
cleanse your palate from the last beer too.
Well, there's that.
That's
But
true.
it's really good. And again, this is not my style of beer.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will have your host inebriated by the end of this show.
That's really good. I really like that. And that surprises me because, like I said, I've never been one. Pardon me. I want to try the Dunkel.
Sure. Yeah. It's right in the corner there.
All right. There we go. I love how they pour here, too.
Yeah, you're getting full pours here.
Getting full pours.
So tell me about the Dunkel. That's really good, too.
The Dunkel is a style of beer that we hadn't brewed like the first 4 years we were in existence. We're in our seventh year now.
It took us a while to get to it. Yeah.
Our seventh year. We'll be celebrating 7 years this year. And the first 4 or 5 years, we just kind of shied away from it. We thought, well, we've got a Bock, which is an amber lager, and we've got a Schwarzbier, which is a black lager. So we really don't need it. We've got the other bases covered. But as many times as I've been up to Kansas City and tried the KC Beer Company's Dunkel, I'm like, guys, maybe we need to try this. And Zach went up there and tried the Dunkel as well. It's like, yeah, I think we need to try to brew a Dunkel. I think it would do well.
Yeah.
Great with barbecue. It's just
natural.
Absolutely. So we gave it a shot, and it turned out really well. Made a couple tweaks to this recipe. I think this is the second or third time we've brewed it, and I think we're right down the middle with it.
Yeah. So. No, it tastes great. It tastes great. You can. You're supposed to taste a little vanilla note. You guys get that at all, or am I making stuff up in my head? Which is
You're way off.
I'm just kidding. Which is very possible.
Who knows? I mean, going from a Hefeweizen to a clean lager.
There it is.
You probably, you're probably tasting,
tasting the rainbow.
Yeah, vanilla pancakes.
We don't do the swill bucket here. So
That's right. No.
You got to finish it all.
I've never done the swill bucket myself. Really, really good as I'm marching through these.
Faster.
I know, right? I'm back in college all of a sudden.
Beer shots.
Go.
Should be standing on your head.
Well, let's see. Went to the Dunkel.
Where to next?
Probably want to stay away from the Arctic Juice since it's the
That'll be
hoppiest.
last. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say maybe go to the Greenway now, which is our flagship beer. It was the beer that we sold the most of.
Yeah.
For the first 5 or 6 years that we were in existence, but last year, the Hef has taken the number 1 spot.
I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's really good.
So yeah, that is the closest thing that we brew that would be considered a domestic light. That's basically what it comes down to. But it's all grain. There's no adjuncts, rice or corn in it.
Back to your point, really clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and really good. I like it very much. And I can see when it's 100 degrees outside, this thing probably can't keep it on the tap.
Oh, we will pour through a keg of that a day when it gets hot. Yeah, for sure.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm going to have a little bit more before we switch.
Oh yeah, no. And that's the one with the story behind it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 3.6%, so it's really light, and it's probably hard to get drunk on it, but I bet you could do it right. I bet you could do it if you really.
You'd have to pee a lot.
Yeah. You probably have to get. We have our 1 liter Steins here, so you have to get those big 1 liters.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
So
that's great. So I know I see you guys are canning. Is it for distribution out of here, or are you doing more?
We distribute locally in retail stores.
Okay.
And we probably have about 12 of them.
Excellent. Excellent.
I wish I had a list of them right now, but I don't right off the top of my head.
Is it on the website?
It's not on the website.
Okay.
What a good idea.
That is a great idea. We should hire you as a marketing consultant.
I'm full of things.
We are rapidly changing as we go into these different areas. So it's
really good.
It's been a moving target for us right now.
Okay.
But
All right.
a lot of the local places is where we're at.
That's great.
Got Guess Who, Liquor World.
You bet.
Crossover liquor, places like that.
Nice.
Encore is another one.
We decided to be slow on the distribution uptake because, first of all, look where you're at, right? So you're not going to get a better experience with our beer than right here off the taps.
Totally get that.
But secondly, we want to control the experience that you have with the beer. And so by distributing outside to other restaurants and whatnot, it's like you lose a little bit of that control. And then the canning, it's not natural state location. So
I get it. It's a good point. That's a great point.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on the experience because that's one of our big DNA points was we wanted to, you drink a beer not only through, with your mouth, you drink it with your eyes, your ears, your smell, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is additive or not additive to the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go in and, I've been to 200 or 300 different breweries before we opened up this place, and I can't tell you. I mean, I've been where you just go and you drink outside on a picnic table you bought at Lowe's, and you look at the side of a metal building.
Yeah, that's great.
You've probably had some really good beers, but bad experiences around it, and it's kind of muted that.
It taints it.
That's exactly it.
It taints it completely.
I've been there too.
Yeah, but
and not here, but outside of here, especially. Yeah.
But if you could have a really bad beer on the beach, I tell you what, it tastes pretty good.
I probably have.
Yeah, I think we all have.
Yeah, I probably have. All right, I'm jumping into the pills.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm noticing that you're calling out the styles, which is great. That was the intent. We don't typically name our beers. There is a handful.
Well, you got to have the Greenway.
Yes. And the Arctic Juice that you'll get to, but for the most part, we've been trying to be a teaching brewery. So you come in and you understand, hey, I like this style because this is what I had at Natural State. You can go anywhere, and whether it's called Monkey's Paw or Unicorn, Blood of the Unicorn or whatever. I mean, they have crazy names out there for all these.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But what style is it? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all right. But if you know the style, you can pretty much find the beer you like anywhere you go.
That's a really good Pilsner.
Plus, we like to watch people try to pronounce Hefeweizen.
True.
Hefeweizen, by the way.
Or Schwarzbier.
Yeah. Hefeweizen was the biggest surprise. This is my favorite so far. Good. I'm telling you, the Pilsner.
Good.
Really, really good.
Good.
Really smooth, really clean. I really like it. And I really like the Hefeweizen. I'm back and forth.
Oh, good. Good.
This is good.
I think a lot of people measure the success of a lager brewery by how well their Pilsner tastes.
That's really good.
So
really clean, really smooth. And I'll be honest with you, a little dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Go through a lot of that.
Yeah. That's actually a Czech style Pilsner. Is what
Okay.
It is. So a little bit more hop forward.
Yeah.
A little bit more floral.
It's really well balanced.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really like it.
The guys in the back do a great job.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll come back to that for sure. Okay. And finally, the Arctic Juice.
The Arctic Juice.
What's the story behind the name?
Well, we tried Imperial IPA or Imperial IPL or Double IPL, and it just wasn't selling. So we came up with a name for it.
Okay.
That's as silly as it sounds, but
The truth always wins.
Yeah, and that's really what it comes down to. I wish we had a better marketing story behind it, but the brewer at the time, he's like, well, I came up with a name. I think Arctic Juice because it was cold.
It was brilliant.
And it's cold outside, so yeah, let's go for it. And when we changed it to that name, it doubled or tripled sales. It's crazy.
Woo!
Yeah.
Boy, the hops.
Oh yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's about 70 IBUs.
I do. Whoa, I do like a good IPA, but you better be prepared.
Oh yeah.
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 It's especially after tasting the 5 others.
We should have ramped you up with a little regular IPL in between.
No.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really
We
good.
wanted to punch you in the face a little bit.
Yeah,
though.
It did.
It did. Yeah.
It did.
And that's I think 8.5% alcohol
Okay.
ABV, which
Okay.
is super dangerous. We sell that
It
with
is.
smaller quantities for sure.
Do you?
Oh yeah, You
Smaller
can't-
glass.
You're not going to get a 1 liter
get
of
a 1
that.
liter?
No, sir.
I
One and
can
done.
see why.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Not without an Uber ride, that's for sure.
Oh gosh, no kidding. By the way, this is only half the beers. We've also got the Helles, got the Dunkelweizen.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. The Bock.
Bach, yeah.
I grew up, Shiner Bock was readily available back in
Texas.
the day. And
For sure.
Yeah, and that was my introduction, and probably to this day, my lasting thought of Bock was through
a good
there.
thought, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a
really
great beer. Good
enjoyed
beer.
it. Tell me about the Baltic Porter, because I've when it gets really cold outside, I tend to be a porter guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell me about that.
Well, you'd probably like that. It's one of the only porters that's actually lagered.
Interesting. Explain that for folks that don't know what that means.
Well, again, it goes back to yeast selection. Most porters are made with an ale yeast, and the Baltic Porter was traditionally made with a lager yeast, and it was cold fermented, I think more likely by force because it was so cold where they were lagering it.
It was freezing.
Fair enough.
So the ale yeast couldn't get the job done. So they switched it over to lager yeast, which typically can ferment even in the 40s. And an ale yeast at 40s, it almost goes dormant, 40, 50 degrees.
Okay.
So, but yeah, and it turns out you get a real smooth, again, the lager yeast just smooths everything out, rounds everything out.
Okay.
Makes it super drinkable. We could certainly get you a sample of that if you'd like to try it.
All right.
It's the chupacabra of our beer world.
Yes.
When you lager an ale, there's two beers that come to mind: the Kolsch, and then the Baltic Porter.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds great. Pardon me as I keep pulling away to burp. And the Vienna Lager also looks great.
So the Vienna and the Bock both go really well with pecan pie.
Oh, no kidding.
Not too many people pair desserts with beers, but I'm telling you what.
Why wouldn't
one
they?
of my favorites.
Why would you not want to do that?
You get that fall flavor in your mouth, and just a little malt forward, and
Sounds pretty good to me.
It's amazing.
Sounds great to me. Gentlemen, this has been great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah, absolutely. Let folks know where to find you, both in person and online.
Okay, online it's www.naturalstatebeercompany.com. That's our website. I'm trying to remember, Natural State
Village on the
Beer
Creeks.
for Instagram and Facebook, and then our physical location is Village on the Creeks in Rogers. It's 5214 West Village Parkway, Suite 140. We are behind the, what do they call that building now? Is it Engine?
Yeah, I think
Engine
Engine.
and TQL are in the big
We've got enough signs out there now. I
Big
think
building,
you'll point
yes.
us to it. But if you get lost, just get on the Greenway Trail. You'll find us.
Yeah, or get on the interstate. We have interstate signs now too. So.
Unless you're driving a car.
I was
Then
going to
do
say, if
not
you're
get on the
driving,
Greenway
do
Trail.
not get on the Greenway.
And don't get on the interstate with a bicycle.
That's another fair point. That's another fair point. Flavors of Northwest Arkansas can be found in Instagram and Facebook, as well as TikTok. I know, right? Appreciate you guys listening and watching today. Please be sure to tip your servers. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.